Hi, I'm JB here with Beyond91.com, the apartment sessions. Today I have with me Wes, Caleb, Ben, and Ryan, and they are Hales Corner out of Bloomington, Indiana. They've been up here to basically promote their brand new album, Garden View. I've seen a couple things online on how you guys have described your sound as sunshine rock. Where did that come about?
All right, so basically a friend of ours just kind of labeled our music as that.
Okay.
And we were like, well, that's closer than any genre that we've made for it. So we just kind of rolled with it.
It's that same thing. It's impossible to say, hey, what do you sound like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so when someone said sunshine rock, it was like, well, I mean, honestly, our music's a little more moody than what that name
and then I also
captures.
I read in a previous interview, actually, you described it kind of almost as a post-college apathy, like when writing the album itself.
Absolutely. That was the headspace that both Caleb and I were in when we wrote all the songs.
Right. So it was just getting out of college, figuring out now what.
Yeah, exactly.
And that kind of thing. And
exactly.
So you put pen to paper and fingers to instruments and.
Because you graduate college and you are trying to figure out basically what the hell you're supposed to do.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. So how did you guys actually meet?
Wes and I met in college in an art class, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like freshman drawing. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Were one of you the model? And instant bond. Nice. There you go. It's always the bass players. Bass players are the weird guys, right?
The funny guys.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Now, a lot of people that watch this or aren't familiar with you guys are probably going to ask where the band's name origin comes from. I already know this, but why don't you go ahead and kind of fill them in?
Not much to say. I was born in a little town called Hales Corner, Wisconsin.
Right.
And so we chopped the S off of Corners, and there's our name.
Hales Corner. Now, do you guys have any specific influences yourselves that have influenced the band, predominantly over anything else, or anything that comes to mind that would, that you definitely are like, these are the bands that we were listening to or absorbing at that time or grew up with?
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like we're all kind of all over the map as far as what we really
like. Any specific artist or that you comes to mind?
I'd say Chad Von Galen.
Yeah.
Especially from like a recording and production standpoint.
Okay.
Because we recorded it basically all ourselves, and I definitely look up to the way he puts songs together.
I listened to your album a couple times actually over the past couple months since I first found out about you guys, and I talked to you a little bit about this. One of my favorite songs is "The Return." I think it's the second to last song. Mm-hmm. Another one that I kind of wanted to ask you about was the Joseph K theme. I mean, it's an instrumental, first of all.
Yeah.
So where in the process did you come up with hey, let's throw this into, or?
Well, yeah, Caleb could explain more, but basically we just took Joseph K and slowed it down, added a few parts, tweaked it.
Now is Joseph K
it's another song. I think
it's kind of like up-tempo.
Right.
Yeah.
But is it like an actual person, or is it is there a?
Oh, it's a character in a Franz Kafka novel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, The Trial.
Right on.
Which deals a lot with apathy and
so it's all fitting
confusion
in there together, right? So being an artist from Bloomington, I'm sure this is one of the questions that probably pops up all the time. Now there is a growing music scene down there, obviously with Jaguar and other record labels that have been down there, and some other artists like Dying Coffee, which we've had on here as well. What would you see any benefits or drawbacks of being down there, and not as opposed to say going to an LA or Chicago or New York, where there's more exposure supposedly? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Definitely. I mean, the benefits are it's a really tight-knit community down there.
Right.
And it just feels great to have that sort of backing when you play a show down there. It's like a lot of people come out, and a lot of people are really into the music.
Now, does that affect the way that you guys write at all, or anything like that, or how you perform, or?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Now, with your songwriting process, as I listen to you, I kind of likened you guys to almost this may be me dating myself, but a band called Idaho but like a sunnier side of it. Devender Banhart, kind of like his last 2 records.
Definitely. Definitely.
You know, even getting into you know, even the Shins kind of a little bit. You know, it's kind of like that feel. In your songwriting process, do you usually do the music or the words first, or and how do they interact with each other, vice versa?
Yeah, definitely the music comes first. And I feel like that kind of gives it the flow, and that's kind of what like the atmosphere of like the music will kind of determine the lyrics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. All right. So I guess a little softball questions here. I'm just going to give you guys, since we went over all the heavy duty stuff. Who drives when on tour? Now we already know that there's a nice little seat group like 20 in the back.
Yeah, that's my main obligation.
So you're the driver, you're the captain?
Yeah.
At the captain's hat?
But we've been taking turns.
That's cool.
We've been starting to take turns.
Has there any, you know, now that we're kind of talking on the tour stuff, has there been one moment specifically that you guys kind of think about and, you know, that happened on tour that you're just like, man, that was insane, or I can't believe that happened?
Detroit.
Yeah. In general. Nice. All right. And then I guess, how long have you guys actually been touring now? Like,
well, officially it started a week ago. We had a show last Thursday. So yeah, not too long of a tour, but we've had a really good time. And as far as the first time around,
Yeah.
cool.
Lots of cool people.
Caught your show last night. It was really awesome down at CS3. You guys did an R&B cover. That actually was really awesome, I gotta say, and it was neat to see the audience really get into it, and it was a surprise too on top of it. Who was it again?
Brenton Wood.
Brenton Wood. Okay, and the song was
Give Me a Little Sign.
Yeah, Give Me a Little Sign. That was some good stuff, man. Also, another kind of thing that I noticed was, I think it was the last song maybe, and all of a sudden your drummer went missing. And I saw Ben in the audience.
We didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, we didn't.
He just got up and left.
So that was a random, that's not an everything.
He just got up and he's like, I'll be back.
Yeah.
So I just saw this like barefoot guy running around in the audience. And next thing you know, he's up there with, you know, a plethora of women and cheering and fans and all that. So that's not a regular occurrence.
No.
That's all right. I liked it nonetheless. So I guess basically just to kind of get this ended up, what's next? What's coming up? What do you guys have planned for the next coming months or so?
Cool. Yeah, we're trying to record two singles here in the next month, hopefully. Yeah. And we'd ideally like to put that out on a 45.
Oh, right.
We really want to make that happen.
Do you guys have anything you want to add, or is it, you got upcoming shows in the next month or something that?
Playing in West Lafayette tonight.
Yeah.
And yeah, don't have too much planned actually, because we're trying to write some new songs.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so we're gonna be.
So you're planning to get a new record out, what, next year?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All new music. Very
That's
cool.
the plan.
Well, that's all we have for today. I'd like to thank Hales Corner for joining us. You can check out their new album, Garden View, on beyond91.com.
Beats by Dre.